Today we're going to take a look at the plaza lights in Kansas City. Everyone in Kansas City probably knows that the plaza lighting ceremony is a very popular tradition that happens in our plaza area. The lights are so beautiful and many people go to see them every year. We are going to create some art based on the plaza and the lights that we see every winter season. The learning goals for this project are I can experiment to develop my art skills, and I can demonstrate quality craftsmanship in my art. To create your art, you're going to look at some pictures of the plaza and you're going to use shapes and lines to draw the architectural features of the plaza buildings. You do not have to have a whole bunch of buildings like you see in this picture, but you will practice drawing some architectural elements like windows and columns and different parts of buildings to create this artwork. So let's get started. You are going to need a piece of white paper, and I do have some directions here that I will post in Canvas. You are going to start with some rectangles and square shapes to make the base of your buildings. Now to draw mine, I am actually looking at a plaza building and I'm trying to draw it as close as possible, the best I can. It's not going to look exactly like the plaza building, but I'm going to try to get some of those architectural elements in there the best I can. So I am trying to draw the top of this tower, kind of like the way I see it. It comes up to a point like that. And I'm looking at another building here, and the top of it kind of has a dome shape. So I'm drawing the dome part of this building. Now I am going to draw a building behind these two towers. You could just draw one building and fill up your space, or you could do something like I'm doing here and making multiple buildings. So this building is long and it's going to be behind these two first ones, and I'm going to leave it like that. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to add details. So right now my buildings are pretty bare, and I'm going to add some of these architectural elements to give my building more detail and make it look a little more realistic. So I know that my buildings here have windows, so I'm going to add some of those. And looking at a picture of the plaza, a lot of these tower looking buildings have this kind of arched window, so I'm adding those in there as well. And I'm looking at a picture of the plaza and I'm trying to make this similar to a building on there. It doesn't have to be exact, but try to get it as much detail as you can. The next thing I'm going to do is add more detail to the roof line here. So I am adding this bumpy, curvy roof here to this building. On this building, I'm going to add a little bit different detail because I don't want them to be exactly the same. I'm adding some brick detail to my building in the background. So getting those staggered lines is going to make it have that brick pattern. So I think that you know how to get started, so you can go ahead and pause the video and start your drawing. When you think you have enough details on your paper, you are going to start coloring. I recommend using colored pencils for this project because you can get some dark lines for outlines and you can color in lightly. So I am going over all of my pencil lines and I am pressing down a little harder with my colored pencil to get a nice bright line that you can see very well. Once you have all of your pencil lines outlined with the colored pencil, you're going to come in with your colored pencil again and press lightly this time. So we're not getting that dark bright color when we're coloring. We're going to get a light smooth color to fill in every area completely. When coloring, you can see that I'm using more than one color for this building. I recommend adding more than one color to each area. So I'm using blue and purple to color in this part. So my roof is purple, so my windows are a blue, and then I am even going to come in with a different blue to color the sides of my wall, the side of the building. I also want you to be thinking about some more of those architectural elements. Instead of leaving the side of your building just smooth blank color, you can add some little details like a couple bricks or rock detail. So I am going to just come in and put just a few little rock shapes here to the side of my building. And you don't have to fill in the whole thing. Just getting a few here and there will give the illusion that it is done on the whole building. So here is my finished colored plaza drawing. You can see that every building I used different architectural elements and I colored with different colors. I outlined pressing harder and colored in pressing lighter. And my sky is finished. I pressed lightly and I blended colors together to get a sunset look. So if you are ready, you can go ahead and start coloring with your colored pencils. Once you have all of that colored in and it's your best quality, you are ready to add some lights. So using paint and the wrong side of the paintbrush, you are going to put little dots of paint and those will become the plaza lights on the building. You can use white, yellow, red, any color that you have at home, or if you need to do this at school, we can get you paint for that too. But you are going to add little dots of paint to make your lights on your building. And you're going to add these little dots all around. And here is my finished artwork. I have little dots all around my buildings, and my whole artwork is colored completely, and it is my best quality drawing and coloring. There are no white spaces left. All right, you should be ready to start creating.